What is going on, everyone? Tim from Tierphone Orbital. It is good to be back. I hope everyone's May 4th and 5th went well. So today's demo video is going to be relatively quick. I'm going to be talking about an install that I completed on a Jawas Junkyard Master Sword, right? So this is the V5 or the 5th version of this Master Sword from Jawas Junkyard. So I'm not going to come into Fusion and talk about the chassis on this one. I think I've done that pretty recently, but yeah, this is a great usable rendition of the Master Sword from Jawas. Now, there are a few small differences between this version and previous versions that I will talk about when we come up top, right? I also happen to have one of the Master Sword blades from Jawas, right? These are new. They are starting to go out with all Master Sword. I don't know that these come with all orders, but they are starting to be shipped for Master Swords. Very cool neopixel Master Sword blade, right? I did have to make a slight modification to this blade that I'm going to talk about when we come up top and when we do a demo for it, right? So with all of that out of the way, let's come up top. Okay, so here it is, the Master Sword V5 from Jawas Junkyard. Really, really cool looking, usable replica of the Master Sword. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So nothing has been done to this hilt as far as weathering is concerned. I just added the leather wrap to the grip. Now let's talk about some of the differences between this one and previous versions of the hilt, right? So the grip has been made a little bit smaller. So the internal diameter of the grip is thinner and the outside of the grip is a little bit thinner as well. So because of that, I did have to modify my chassis. So originally my chassis took an 18650 battery, but because we have a thinner internal diameter in here, I had to step down the diameter of my chassis. And in doing that, I also had to change the battery size, right? So this is a 16650 button top protected battery. To the customer, so there are two customers for these. There's two of these that are going to be going out, rather. To both of you, I will be including a battery with your Master Sword. This is not a common battery, not as common as the 18350s that we typically use. This is a 18650s that we use. This is a 16650. Too many numbers, right? So I will be including that, right? But yeah, so because the internal diameter of the grip changed, I did have to modify my chassis, right? The chassis has been done in PLA, and I also did an application of Tamiya like sparkle blue on the chassis as well. There is a resin Triforce up top here that is lit with one single neopixel. Battery tray is right here. Proffieboard is around back. This is a Proffie build. Then we have our 6-rail PCB up top. This is what makes a connection to the upper PCB holder in the hilt, and a 24mm speaker, right? So yeah, the hilt, really cool looking replica hilt. I also think that as far as changes are concerned, I think that this upper section is a little bit smaller as well. It feels a little bit less top heavy than the previous versions. I mean, obviously this is going to be a top heavy hilt because we've got so much aluminum up here, but it feels a little bit lighter on the top end. And then of course, one of my favorite upgrades to this version of the hilt is the switch, right? So this is a, excuse me, this is a spring-loaded plunger switch rather than a magnetic drop-in plunger switch, right? So this is great. Let's talk about this upper PCB holder, right? So initially this hilt is designed to accept an LGT core. Stock from Jawas Junkyard, that will work fine. If you get it installed through me, there has to be some modifications, right? So mainly this upper PCB holder is press fit into the top part of the hilt, right? There is an onboard tactile switch here, and that is what this spring-loaded switch makes a connection to, right? Once you thread the grip in place, okay? This is also why I had to modify the stem, the blade stem, right? So the blade stem on the blade stock from Jawas is a little bit longer. I had to shorten it to allow for my upper PCB, okay? So the reason I have that PCB up here is because I need to have an onboard switch on that PCB holder that's in here. That also causes the space in the grip to be a lot more limited, right? That's why the chassis is so short, okay? because this switch is so low. But other than that, those are the only changes that I have made, okay? So to use your chassis, you want to take your battery. Flat part is your negative side. That goes down towards the speaker. This was already on. If you don't hear anything, there is a kill switch on the side here. If you don't hear anything, hit that kill switch, okay? And then you can put your chassis in the hilt. It doesn't matter which orientation you put it in. And then thread on that pommel, and you are ready to go, okay? All right, and that is it. Let's come down to the bottom. Okay, so there it is, the Master Sword from Jawas Junkyard. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this blade in here. Now, as I mentioned, that blade stem is a little bit shorter, okay? You're going to go ahead and, let me get my... So you're going to go ahead and, this is a very long blade. I'm used to my short demo blade. I don't have a short Master Sword demo blade. So you want to take your blade, put it in your emitter so it's resting on those PCB pins. Now there is a set screw. This is so long. There is a set screw right here. Okay. You want to tighten that so it's hugging that blade. All right. And then you are good to go. Super long blade. Okay, ready? Here we go. All right, I'm not going to be able to swing this around too much. Very, very cool looking neopixel blade, all right? So this is a single button Proffie setup. So to retract your blade, you want to long press it. Long press that button. To scroll through fonts while the blade is pointed up, you want a long press of that button and release. That will scroll through your fonts. This blade is so long. Let's try another font. This is so awkward holding this thing.
Cloud.
It is a cool looking blade. And of course, what's a Master Sword without a blade like this, right? It's so long. Oh my God. Okay. All right, so that's it, right? That's the Master Sword from Jawas Junkyard. Really cool, usable replica of the Master Sword, and a lot of fun, excuse me, with that blade, right? So, to both of the customers for these Master Swords, as always, thank you very, very much for your patience and support. I will be getting both of these in the mail at the end of the day today. To everyone else, if you have any questions about this particular install or anything really, please do not be a stranger. And with that being said, may the force be with you always. Have a good one, everybody.